Who are you? Where do you train out of?
My name's Nate Morrow. I'm from Hastings, Nebraska, but I'm living in Lincoln now, and I'm training at a Dynamic Edge with Robert Anderson and Robert Rojas.
Man, you've been around the block for a while here. Started in Lincoln. I know you went back to Hastings for a while. What kind of drug you back to Lincoln, and what kind of got you remotivated and reinvigorated?
They're just, well, Obi retired, Caleb Nugent moved, and MMA sort of not so much now that Obi's opened up his new gym, the Hastings Wrestling Academy. But at the time, MMA was kind of just dying down. I was the only one in town doing what I wanted to do, trying to be a fighter. And so, bigger city, a lot more people with the same dream, man, and just trying to do better.
Man, new gyms, same faces. What does it mean for you to be back in Lincoln and training with some of those guys that you kind of grew up with to get here?
Yeah, it's honestly crazy to me to think that Robert Rojas is still in the gym training, man. I was literally a 14-year-old getting my butt kicked by him down at Hard Knocks when he was training with OB and Cody Land and all in the heyday, and to still be able to get beat up on him every other night is it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Towers down there. It's like a nice little get together every time I go to the gym.
Recently turned pro. What does it mean for you to be able to compete there in Lincoln and be able to compete for Dynasty on such a big stage?
Well, Dynasty's always kind of been since I started fighting a few years back. It's always been the biggest kind of promotion aside from if the UFC comes through town or the LFA. If you're not fighting for Dynasty, I mean, who are you really fighting for? You know what I mean? So it's a
Um,
pleasure.
who is your opponent? How do you feel you match up against him?
My opponent is Ashton No Chance Caniglia. He's been around the game. I didn't realize he'd been fighting for almost as long as I have. He's been all over the place, but he's good. He's good. I feel like he's real strong. He's a good wrestler. I think I might have the stand-up advantage, but I know he definitely believes he can win, and he's going to come in and give 110% effort to do that. And I believe it's my job to convince him differently.
Fearless prediction. How do you see this fight playing out?
I just think it's going to be a great fight, man. I really do. I think we're both going to shine. I think we're going to steal the show, and it's going to be a fight of the night.
What have you been doing to get prepared for this fight? To get ready for Ashton?
I so obviously I had done my kickboxing back in July, so I was sort of stand-up focused for a while, but I got to get back to my wrestling roots. I'd been going down to trying to get into LBJJ as much as I can the past month and a half, just knowing it's no secret that Ashton's a real strong wrestler, and he usually tries to wrestle his opponents, and I don't see him doing anything different with me. So
what does it mean for you to walk out of that cage with your arm being raised?
it means everything, man. It means everything. I've spent a long time just fighting for the love of fighting, but it's time to fight because I want to win and make something with this, and you can't do that unless you're winning. So it means the world.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, thanks for hopping on. Be sure to check out Nate on Saturday, whether they're live or live online on MMAfeatures.live. Right on, man.